What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of Totally Gamescast, a partnership between Totally Trey and the EZPZ. You can check all of our stuff out on our respective channels, but for now, you're watching this on either twitch.tv/TotallyTrey live or a couple days later where I post it on all the EZPZ outlets. So, without further ado, let's get right into the gaming news. Trey, what do we got to look forward to here on episode 2?
We got the Diablo Immortal announcement. Prima shuts down. I'm sick of re-released games. We got Game of the Year awards, and some other cool stuff. So we're going to start off with the Diablo Immortal announcement that Sean thinks fans were a little bit harsh on the backlash about. So basically Blizzard released an announcement saying that they're releasing a mobile game for the next piece of the Diablo franchise or whatever. And what were they doing exactly? Like the fans that hated it really bad.
Yeah, they were just like nonstop. They were booing. They were showing their emotions. One guy came up and said something about how, is this like a delayed April Fool's joke? Stuff like that. And it wasn't that. It was horrible there, sure, but that's like the hardcore. It's almost expected, and they always have an open forum. That's something that's really cool about Blizzard. At their Blizzcon, they have this open forum with the developers, and they take in any questions. Like, they really did take those questions, they answered, and they took those jokes like right to the face. Those developers, I mean, they aren't cut out for like putting on a presentation. They're there to make games and talk about the games they're making.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, imagine a little nerd having to like answer that question, you know, like, is this a delayed April Fool's joke? Like, I mean, that's pretty harsh to like do like straight to the brother's face at a convention like that in front of all these people, you know. But I mean, so I think that as long as the death threats are not being like sent out or whatever, I think that that's like all fine. Like,
on Twitter it was way worse. Like, it was much worse. Of course they got death threats. Of course they've got like threats against their family just because they were releasing this mobile game instead of Diablo 4. So I did some more listening to other podcasts. I read a lot of articles on Kotaku. Jason Schreier did a lot of digging. We spoke about it 2 weeks ago on Gamescast episode 1, which is put up on the EZPZ YouTube channel. And of course, I believe you can check it out here on twitch.tv.
Yeah, the VOD's probably up there somewhere, buried underneath thousands of Fortnite videos. So, yeah. I mean, you might be able to find it on this page, but probably not.
We talked about it a little bit last time, and basically Jason Schreier from Kotaku, he went out there and he has some resources. He has some people telling him stuff behind the closed doors, really, that Diablo 4 is in development. You can really, I mean, it's pretty obvious as far as like their job hires over the last few years. It's been 10 years since Diablo 3 or something crazy.
6 years, but yeah, still same difference. I think the real thing that fans are really upset about is it was kind of like a misleading announcement. The way that they built up the announcement and such was basically they were saying it's this huge announcement for Diablo franchise. Like, Diablo fans are going to be stoked. And, like, I think the hardcore Diablo fans don't play mobile games at all, you know? Right. But I guess the point that you've made is that it gets to a new audience. But I don't think that I'm a fan of bringing those people that play mobile games into the hardcore community, and I think it should just be a separate thing, you know. Like,
I mean, with all game series, people are gonna grow up with it, and then they're gonna want more mature things as they grow up. So, like, if 12-year-old is playing Diablo Immortal now, he'll probably be playing Diablo 5 or Diablo 4's expansions 3, 4, 5 years from now. You know, 16, 17, 18, or 16 to 20, 24, whatever. I mean, however you want to space it out, but I think that Diablo Immortal is going to be pretty successful. I mean, It's going to be really, really great for the Diablo world. What they should have done at BlizzCon is they should have had Diablo Immortal as like the middle of the announcements. Like, they could have even had World of Warcraft 3 or whatever it is. Warcraft 3. They could have had that as like what they ended on, or even, of course, we already spoke about this off the show, off the camera, but Diablo 4 logo. That's all you really have to do. Like what Nintendo did at E3 2017. Metroid Prime 4. You know it's coming. All you have is a logo, working game title even.
Yeah, no, they should have done something with Diablo 4, and that would have, I think, definitely taken the fucking heat off of the guys that were working on this mobile project. Because, like, the way it was basically left to be this one beacon of hatred, basically, you know? It's like, they set themselves up for it really bad, in my opinion, man. But
yeah, no, I agree. And I think at BlizzCon they also announced some stuff for Overwatch. They announced some other little things too. But like, it doesn't matter at that point whatever else they announced because they had announced this game last.
Oh my God,
they closed the event on it. So, I mean, there's gonna be more to come. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. We're gonna be getting at it later on the show. The Game Awards. You know, that is our last chance of the year. Last chance for every other game, game developer out there to really make a star shining announcement or like, you know, something really, really cool. So I wouldn't be surprised if Diablo 4 gets announced there or if they just wait till E3 2019.
Yeah, well, I mean, we know it's in development. I mean, like, it's obviously in development. There doesn't need to be an announcement for that unless it's like some sort of release date or like release year or like something. Like, we don't need like
release
a
window.
teaser, you know. Yeah, release window. We don't need like another teaser, you know. It's like everyone's already probably sick of Diablo 3 as is. So I don't know.
Man, I don't know. So one thing that Trey and I have kind of been discussing is Diablo 3 just came out on the Switch the last couple weeks here, and a lot of people online are just playing it for not only the first time, the second time, but probably the third time by now because PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and now Nintendo Switch. So everyone's really still talking it up, really loving it, especially with all the expansions coming out and it being an Ultimate Edition. So I'm getting the itch to get it. If I see it on sale at some point for Black Friday or something, I might have to pick it up still.
No, I wouldn't. I don't think it's a horrible game. It's just one of the best parts of Diablo 2 is the atmosphere, and the atmosphere's kind of been stripped from this game. It's not this eerie, dark, like horrified place. It's kind of hokey and boring to me anyway. But like that's like a thing that game developers have kind of been doing is like gentrifying games almost and
taking the edge off.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I felt about the new Mario Party. Is it was like a very sterile game. Like it looks good, it plays good, and it's a good game honestly, but it just doesn't have any like creative edge to it, you know? And honestly, that's kind of like a good segue into me being sick of these re-releases.
Let's do it. Let's chat about that.
So we have like about 10 million re-releases, remasters, sequels, just all sorts of uncreative things coming up in the games world. We got Warcraft 3, WoW Classic, Spyro, Fallout, Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, Battlefield, Pokemon, Civilization, Darksiders, Just Cause, Personas, Elder Scrolls, Dynasty Warriors, Spelunky. I don't know why I put that one on there. It's like one sequel.
We got a
like,
homie in the chat. Hey, join up in the chat if you want it. Uber Gosu Pro 69.
Oh, what up, Mitchell? How's it happening today?
Oh, is that Mitch Sullivan?
Oh, yeah, no, dude.
That's right. Hold up. So Mitch is saying Diablo 2 is better than Diablo 3. Basically, most other games, no big deal. So D3 he still loves D3. That's what I'm reading.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, D3 has like infinite grinding value, but I don't find any value to the grind. You know, you can like aimlessly just hack and slash your way through hordes of demons aimlessly, but I just didn't feel like it had any value to it.
Do you think like the expansion of like with the Necromancer added a ton to it because like that extra class?
No, I don't think the class had anything to do with how the game felt. You know, it was just so when you're killing monsters in D2, it kind of is just a different pacing for the game compared to D3. And D3 just kind of felt like you just kind of tear through it over and over and over again, where D2 kind of is more stop and go, in my opinion.
Sure.
And I think there's like a deeper level to strategy with like the talent choices and stuff like that. But anyways, what are you saying about StarCraft?
StarCraft is the best if you're into having panic attacks. All right.
honestly not a StarCraft
Get the
fan.
chat up here, maybe.
Oh damn, it's not up there.
We'll get that chat up there, but I added a couple on this list just to make you happy, Trey. I added Diablo 3 on Switch because Diablo 3 came out in 2012, right?
Yeah.
And it just came out on the Nintendo Switch, and then Skyrim just came out this year on the Nintendo Switch. And if you all remember, Skyrim came out 11/11/11. So it's been 7 years almost.
11/11/11. I think that's actually when I quit my job at Hy-Vee.
Because of Skyrim?
No, it was actually 6606.
Oh, hey,
5
speaking
years
of
later.
6606, that's when AFI's December Underground came out. Just saying, I love that album so much.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time getting this chat box up. Probably just gonna be an empty box today, so that's gonna look awkward. But it is what it is.
You can just try again later.
Yeah, no, easy peasy.
So sick of re-releases, sequels. That's kind of what we're discussing. If you're just joining now on YouTube later or Twitch right now, always send us something in the chat. It's always tons of fun. But I'm not going to argue against any of this, except for the fact I will say with Assassin's Creed, I think that Ubisoft has been so much better lately. They took a couple years off. They've already announced they're taking next year off. So they had Origins last year, then had Odyssey this year, which is, we'll get into it again, a Game of the Year contender by the Game Awards standards. I think that some of these on here are definitely justified, though.
Sure, no, definitely. Honestly, I've been hearing more and more about this Fallout sequel, and it sounds like it's like super innovative and different. Like
76 just came out today. People are already up there popping off.
What up, wild dog? How's it going? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's coming out at midnight tonight, actually, which is pretty exciting for you Fallout heads.
Yeah, dude, those Wastelanders out there. The game has already been, the server's already been turned on. People are already reporting playing all day. I had to be at work and not be able to check out any of those anyone on Twitch play. So.
Oh, is that going on? Why is anyone watching this shit? Go get in that Fallout 76 grind. But let's think about the big games of this year. Or for me, Fortnite is a groundbreaking game, and it obviously has picked up so much traction, especially compared to a lot of other online games, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm just saying innovation is great for sales, honestly, no one wants to play the same game over and over and over again. That's all I'm saying.
Right. No, I totally agree. God of War came out this year, that remake of the game. Of course, it's so much different than the original ones that came out on the PlayStation 2. But for that game to come out this year, I mean, that's going to be in the top games of the year for a lot of people. We've already talked about Crash Bandicoot came out last year, the Insane Trilogy, and it came out again on the Switch.
Yeah, that was a really good remaster, honestly. What's up, little daddy? How's it going? I've been checking out your stream, the purple hair. It's beautiful. But what was I even saying?
We were just talking about these remakes and so what do you think about that Warcraft announcement, though?
So I'm honestly excited for it. It's something that fans have been fighting for years. Blizzard said they would not do a vanilla World of Warcraft server. And due to overwhelming demand of fans, they actually are buckling, going back on what they've said. And I think that that's really cool of them, especially considering I'm on the verge of a Blizzard boycott. You know what I mean? So, but Hy-Vee the shit? Yeah, no, Hy-Vee's a shit, bro. I mean, their sushi sucks ass, but I mean, they got some Chinese. What's up?
That high chai, hashtag high chai, it's half price or something on Tuesdays.
Dude, I'll get the leftover stuff.
Yes.
It's $3 for some dirty ass Chinese. You're going to be pooping out some dirty stuff after that.
Thanks for joining us in the chat, y'all. That's awesome. So what about Pokemon? Pokemon is coming out, I believe, this Saturday, or it's on the 17th. So
yes.
Yeah, this Saturday. I mean, man, that's a remake of the Kanto region from Blue and Red, right?
So I actually was considering buying this, and then I had to think long and hard about the games I was buying, because I bought probably 5-6 full price games in the past 2 months. So I bought Black Ops 4, I bought Red Dead 2, I bought a couple other games. I can't really think off the top of my head, but I had
got Mega Man for your birthday.
Yeah,
you
I got that
Super
for
Mario Party for your birthday. So yeah, you are really getting these full price games.
Dude, and all I do is fucking play Fortnite.
Yeah.
But the Pokemon game, I was gonna buy it, and then the more I thought about it, I was like kind of talking to Gail about it, and I was like, yeah, it's the original Pokemon, and they're kind of doing the same game again, and it's the same.
You've played so many of the Pokemons over the years too.
It's like I don't want to play the first Pokemon game again, dude. I've got Red and Blue, brother. I don't need that shit. So
man, so the reviews just came out today. It's getting pretty good scores. It's getting in the 80s, which I mean, I don't know if anyone listening or watching on Twitch is reading any of those reviews or seen any of them. IGN gave an 8.3. Miranda Sanchez, resident Pokemon master, she's really awesome editor over there. And I mean, I watched the review and it looks really fun. It's a lot more full-fledged than originally I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, you thought it was going to be bare bones, little
like Pokemon
kid.
Go with a little bit of better animation.
See, I think that they took like fan feedback on like Pokemon Go and like took that and made a game out of it. And I think that was kind of the problem with the Diablo thing. They weren't like reading what fans wanted, because like we have this amazing tool called the internet and you get instant feedback constantly. So like they could have known, like read the buzz of what people wanted and made that fucking announcement even if they didn't have anything going, And I think that Pokemon did a great job of being like, we want Pokemon Go, but we want to be able to fight our friends and we want to be able to like actually like play a game, with our Pokemon, you know? So
get some badges, go against those ace trainers, go against those bug catchers,
Yeah, no doubt, bug catchers. What was the one? Oh, that was Youngster Joey, that little fucking shit with his Ekans, bro. He'd like rap you, and like it's actually one of the biggest speedrun killers is that fucking Youngster Joey's Ekans. But anyway.
So what else is what? So you want those new IPs, right? So are you out here supporting the new IPs? Would you say? I know you play a lot of Fortnite, but
I honestly don't. I mean, like, so let me look at my Steam list really quick. Okay. But like, honestly,
while you pop that open, I can talk about what I've been playing this year, which is a lot of like indie games on the Nintendo Switch. I've just really had a lot of good times playing like Guacamelee. I've played Hollow Knight. I played SteamWorld Dig, which aren't exactly like, I guess, new ideas, but kind of like in the last few years, right? It's not something that's exactly like just has been coming out since like the 90s. Like we're talking about Pokemon here, that Warcraft, or Spyro, which we all know has come out.
Spyro, yeah, that was one I didn't really get into. So for new IPs, yeah, I buy new games that don't have things. So Cuphead, Celeste, Butcher, Crossing Souls, Dead Cells, Dead Island.
Dead Cells is my game of the year at the moment, which I have not finished. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Okay. That's an interesting game of the year pick for me, honestly. Like, I mean, I enjoy platformers and just like indie games in general, but it's never gonna get a game of the year award for me. Like Dead Cells is a great game, never gonna get game of the year for me. You know?
Yeah.
I think they're too simple and one-dimensional and easy to make, and you can make a fun game without like, I don't know.
You wouldn't be able to give Super Mario World, if it got like remade, game of the year.
No, not a remake of Super.
Well, you know what I mean, like a Super Mario World 2, like on Nintendo Switch or something.
No.
Okay.
I would
or 3DS.
Probably not. Even if it was like perfect and awesome to like Super Mario World and was like really cool, because that would be one of my all-time favorite games is Mario World.
Yeah, it's my favorite Mario game.
Yeah, so if they made a perfect SNES kind of port of that game, I wouldn't give it game of the year because it hasn't broken any ground, unless it did break some ground, and it might. So
sure, yeah.
But anyways,
so I'm more of a Nintendo player as far as like single players straight through. Just this year I picked up that Red Dead Redemption 2. I've only put like 4 or 5 hours into it, but I can see why people are going absolutely bonkers for it. It's just so cumbersome for me, man. My horse was running into a tree. In Breath of the Wild, my horse would dodge the trees. It's those kind of small details that just, it makes the game or breaks the game for some people. I'm still going to keep playing, plugging away on it, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't like games that are that realistic. I don't need to like feed myself and like watch my horse shit. Like I don't
wash
need
your face, wash your hair.
You have to do that in that fucking
if you don't wash your hair, if you don't wash yourself, people will notice in town and they will disrespect you. They will say rude stuff to you like, "Oh man, what the heck's that smell?" So yeah, I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2 is is it's up there. So you want to hop on to those Game of the Year
Oh,
discussion?
yeah, let's hop onto the Game of the Year. Yeah, no, definitely. I'll try to hang out a little more in your channel, little daddy. We appreciate the support as well, man.
Yeah, dude. Thanks a lot for stopping by on the episode 2. We've got some other topics we're going to chat about. Let's hop onto those Game of the Year award nominations from the Game Awards, which is going to be airing on December 6th. It's a Thursday, December 6th. Jeff Keighley is throwing it down. I think it's like the 5th year they're doing it as like just the Game Awards. It's spawned off of the Spike Video Game Awards. Each year they've been releasing crazier like trailers, world premieres. I don't know if you guys remember from E3 this year, but Xbox like to say world premiere off of right before every trailer. Even if it really wasn't a world premiere, but
it's one of those things that just sounds good. It's kind of like clickbait with your mouth.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
As long as you get that voice actor right, that does world premiere.
World premiere coming to you live.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So let's talk about those nominations for the Game of the Year. I want to hear it in the comments if you got a say on any of these. The 6 games that have been nominated for Game of the Year by the Game Awards: Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I have that on my list for Black Friday must-buys because it's everywhere for $30 to $35. I'm playing on Xbox One, by the way, everybody in the channel. Celeste, a game that I have almost bought on Nintendo Switch like 8 times. I actually ended up buying Dead Cells instead of it. I'm happy I did. Let's keep going. God of War, Sony Santa Monica, their darling. That's probably going to win everyone's freaking Game of the Year award. I don't have a PlayStation 4 at the moment. I'm looking to get one, but I don't have one. So
I don't own God of War. I'm not a big hack and slash fan considering how much I like Diablo. Which is essentially a hack and slash, but
what about Marvel Spider-Man? You've got the PlayStation 4.
Dude, not a big Marvel fan either.
Really?
But
even with the oh man, so
with the passing of Stan Lee, I have a lot of respect for Marvel, but just in general, I think that Marvel is kind of like the softcore group hug, baby back bitch.
Oh my God.
But I mean, like, just like compared to DC, I mean, like, for the most part, the stories are just like way less gritty compared to DC. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, no disrespect to Stan Lee, no respect to Marvel fans, even though you're pussies.
Oh my God. Well, that was made by Insomniac Games, which are monsters. I love those guys. Monster Hunter World, though, Capcom.
I played Monster Hunter.
Okay.
There's no way this can be Game of the Year.
Okay. So Monster Hunter World, though, the new one?
Yeah, Monster Hunter World, no way it can be Game of the Year. It's a very one-dimensional game, and once you've played the first 5 hours, you repeat the process for the next 100 hours, you know? And it's essentially you fight you spend 10 minutes looking for a monster, 5 minutes fighting one monster, and then go back to town and make loot out of the monster's bones, you know? And there's just no way anyone with sense would call this Game of the Year unless you're a huge RPG fan. So.
Okay, right on. I'm not going to argue with that. I almost bought that game earlier this year, but I stopped myself from pulling a Trey and spending $60 on that brand new game. I might wait until it's down a little bit lower. But Red Dead Redemption 2, of course, I think that it's going to be neck and neck on every news site out there for Red Dead Redemption 2 and God of War. But I also can see Celeste picking up out of nowhere with a lot of other outlets.
See, again, Celeste isn't, in my opinion, going to pick up any awards. Like, it's a great game, cool gameplay. Honestly, pretty innovative for being a platform game. It's just jumping, dashing, fast paced.
It's so much fun to watch on Twitch, I will say.
I mean, if the player's good.
Yeah, they're like speed running it, and they're like absolutely bonkers.
Oh, it's beautiful to watch them. Yeah. It just feels super like smooth. Like it's like really fun to watch. But like it at the same time, if you're watching someone like trying to struggle through it for the first time, like me when I tried to stream it, oh my! So
you played
God, dude, I feel bad for the brothers that sat through that one, dude. Like holy cow! But honestly, for me. Like, in my opinion, it's not my Game of the Year, but I would say Red Dead 2 is probably just going to sweep everything. Not because it's a better game than God of War, but because it's fresher on people's mind right now.
Right.
So I think that it's going to be Red Dead all day for that. But
yeah, looks like we have somebody else in the chat.
What's it say? Monster Hunter is one of those games I've actually played. Rip.
That's Sky Zim, I believe. It's hard to read with the black on black.
Yeah, the black on black, dude. I'm in night mode, man. Your name's going under the radar. How's your night going, man? Yeah, honestly, I haven't played a huge amount of these games. From what I hear, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is amazing, you know?
So you're not huge into the open world, right? Like,
I actually like open world.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of World of Warcraft. The story is kind of what that hangs me up, because I just like gameplay, and that's why I play games, is gameplay. And a lot of times, if the story isn't super engaging, or like there's some reason for me to like care, I just kind of glaze over it. I'm a big A button masher through text.
Okay.
You know, but I mean, I've used to play Final Fantasy games, and I love the stories for those. Like Final Fantasy.
Do you think it's just a time thing? Like, as far as like your age, you just don't have enough time to like deal with all the storylines?
No, I was always a big A button masher. You know, like it's not a new thing. I liked Mega Man games. I liked things that were fast paced always. You know, so if it's a slow paced story, I just would rather turn it off and watch a movie.
Okay, right on. I hear you. I will say, I do think, Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to sweep, and I want to play Assassin's Creed, and if I had a PlayStation 4, I would be playing God of War and Spider-Man for sure. Right now, I mean, they already have kind of like leaked the Black Friday deals that are out there for the PlayStation 4 and Spider-Man, $200, which is really crazy. Like, that's one of the best games of the year, plus a brand new console.
200. That's really fucking good, man.
It's like $140 for the PlayStation 4 and a $60 game.
Wow. I'm like sitting here being like PC Master Race, but a $200 PlayStation. Shit,
I know.
Son. I paid like $2,000 for my PC.
I might have to ask Santa Claus to bring that for me. So let's keep it going, though. I want to check out. So as far as like these nominees, you were hit or miss on a couple of them, right?
The Game of the Year ones? Yeah. I think that almost all of those probably deserve to be in the ranks, and I like that there's a good variety of games in here. Actually, a lot of them are just kind of like the open world story games, like God of War, Assassin's Creed, Spider-Man, and Monster Hunter, and Red Dead kind of have a similar like third person behind view, you know?
Yeah.
So honestly, a lot of similar games now that I'm looking at it, but I think they all deserve to be there probably.
That's what makes it cool that Celeste is on the list, I think, because it's just so much different.
Yeah, no, exactly.
It's rocking it, yeah. So, I mean, as far as like how they hit or miss it on this year, I really think obviously they have to have God of War, Red Dead Redemption 2 in there. The previous years, I think Trey's going to pop it up on the video here now, but they show like Zelda Breath of the Wild won last year, and that's totally my winner for last year. I don't know about you, Trey, but did you play Breath of the Wild?
Oh yeah, I definitely played Breath of the Wild. Great game. I think that definitely for last year, that makes sense for Game of the Year.
What about Super Mario Odyssey? People were saying it was that, or it was Zelda or Super Mario.
So for me, like I said, I like to play fast-paced games. Mario was above that, like above Breath of the Wild, just because I felt like I could just burn through games really quickly. I didn't have to like sit and have a huge time investment to really get anything out of it.
Unless you wanted to collect everything, all the coin, all that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, so you could just sit down and get coins in 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Breath of the Wild, if you have 10 minutes to play the game, you're probably going to climb a mountain, and that was your whole 10 minutes. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I think Mario was a little bit more to my taste, though I can definitely see Breath of the Wild. And looking through these, the only one I really disagree with is Walking Dead Telltale.
Dude, yeah, that season 1 really swept a bunch of awards.
Man.
And, dude, it won Game of the Year, I believe, for IGN, too. It was not
They must have greased a lot of palms with some crisp $20 bills is all I'm saying on that year. But it's funny that Red Dead actually won back in 2010.
Every main Rockstar game from Rockstar North or Rockstar San Diego has won since I think Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. So we're looking at the screen here, as you guys can see. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas 2004, Grand Theft Auto 4 2008, Red Dead Redemption. Then we got Grand Theft Auto 5, and now this year it will probably be Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah,
2.
every 8 years a Red Dead game sweeps the Spike Awards. So.
So, as far as other games for just the last couple years, I just want to mention Overwatch. That game's going to be on sale during Black Friday, the Game of the Year edition with a whole bunch of extra characters, skins, all that cool stuff for $15. So, if anybody's looking to get in on Overwatch, that would be a great time. I would love to. The game looks so much fun to me.
Oh, it's an amazing fucking game, man. I had an issue with toxic. So, any game that has those, like, hardcore ladder climbs
in team play, right?
Yeah, exactly. Those games get like so toxic, man, and like I'm there to have a good time. I'm not like I like to goof around with my gameplay, you know.
Hey, Dr. Katz is popping in the Twitch channel comments here saying Mass Effect 2 greater than Red Dead Redemption for 2010.
Yeah, I was a big Mass Effect 1 fan. So I had an issue with Mass Effect 2 where I think I was playing Mass Effect 1 on PC, Mass Effect 2 on Xbox, and I couldn't transfer my characters over. I got absolutely furious and never played the fucking game.
Yeah.
But
I believe my 2010 was Red Dead Redemption, but I have to take a walk down memory lane to make sure. But I appreciate you shouting out Mass Effect 2 because that is my favorite Mass Effect of the 3 for sure. I really liked it a lot. The game, the gunplay is really fun. So, The Witcher 3. Did you play The Witcher 3 for 2015?
No, actually. I played The Witcher 2, and that was a really good game. Witcher 3, I actually know a girl named Kelsey that works at Microsoft that was a member of the team for this, and she was like really fucking stoked when this game was coming out. And I know I've heard great things about it, but slow-paced RPG is not my thing.
Right.
So,
I hear you.
like after The Witcher 2, I pretty much cut my losses and was like, I'm probably not engaging in any more Witcher shit.
Ooh, BioShock Infinite is so good. Wild Doggy.
Yeah, I love fucking BioShock, the BioShock series, but Infinite was the worst for me. It felt not like I'm a big atmosphere guy as well.
So you liked 1 the most?
Yeah,
okay.
1 the most.
I like 2 the most.
2 was like a repackage, kind of. It was a cool idea to play from a different perspective, but then the third one just kind of felt hokey and doofy. What's happening tonight, cats? What's new? What's happening? What's cracking? What's fresh? How's the Battle Royale or the Realm Royale scene?
Oh, nice. That's awesome. But really just to end this segment, kind of going back to the Overwatch, you were talking about the toxic kind of atmosphere with dealing with that team gameplay. Dude, it is real because I played League of Legends just to kind of share some gameplay or past gamings with you guys listening on twitch.tv/TotallyTrey. I played League of Legends for like 6 years, and I've been watching League of Legends for like 4 years exclusively. Like I just watch, I don't play at all. I literally just watch Twitch for League of Legends almost always, still like to this day. I just got finished watching the VOD for the 2018 World Championships.
Well, I mean, I can relate to that. I mean, I still watch Magic the Gathering streams, even though I rarely play. Like,
it's just so toxic. Like that team-based gameplay is really tough. But yeah, I mean...
So the toxicity basically pushed me away from Overwatch, but I've also heard that they've taken like initiatives to make a less toxic game environment, you know, like...
And it was making me be toxic. I'm not only going to blame other players. Like I was running down middle kind of dude sometimes.
Fuck you, dude. Actually, I just posted a new video, a YouTube video of just like little clips of my kills, and basically at the end of the video, so after I've bad manners people for 5 minutes of like just clips of me doing the loser thing on people, it's twitch.tv/TotallyTrey, 1-800 quit Fortnite, and then like afterwards it flashes not toxic.
Yeah. I actually really like that's a 5-minute clip. Is that all from one day?
Yeah, that was one day because my shit hasn't been saving. There's actually one clip from around Halloween that somehow saved, and I tossed that at the end. That was the last one. So
well, either way, that was all like 4 wins in one day, or like more.
Two wins in that day, but yeah.
Dr. Katz is saying Trey is pretty toxic, single player or multiplayer, to be fair.
Single player? Fair enough, dude. I mean,
I love it.
Well, dude, Cats, you're so much more toxic than me. I like get this like dope kill spree on Fortnite, and then he like clips. So then I walk into this house, get killed by a trap. All he does is clip me bragging and then getting killed.
So good.
Oh my god, my mods are more toxic than me by far. Is all I'm saying. Anywho,
what do we want to pop off to?
So I guess we're going into the ongoing games, which most of these are online multiplayer with competitive matchmaking stuff.
Yeah, I just tossed these in there. I thought it would be fun to kind of just run it down because lots of people, there's a huge following out there for Destiny 2, but I never hear any of my friends playing Destiny 2, you know?
Yeah, so there was a good way, I was watching a Destiny 2 streamer for a little bit to decide if I was interested in buying it or not, and I was asking him if it was a good buy or not, and he said, let me put it this way, it's miles long, inches deep. So that was enough to make me not want to fucking play it. Okay, we'll toss this clip up on the YouTube for the sake of prosperity. Posterity? Some sort of prospering.
We're seeing what's going on.
Oh my god, where's this full
So
screen?
Dr. Kaz83 tossing this link up in here.
Dude, my computer just got AIDS actually.
There we go.
There we go.
It's loading.
It's being weird. You'll probably still get to see the joy in my eyes as I fucking scream.
Oh my!
Did you see how fucking happy I was? I was so happy. Oh my god.
That's great.
You
are a pro's pro, my friend.
Oh, I took your notes, bro. I'm so excited about that clip that I just had to steal your notes. But.
So, I mean, obviously, for us here, I watched some Fortnite. Obviously, I watched Trey play, and I watched a couple other players. I don't watch Ninja, but I'm not like...
Hey, man, it's good to support the smaller guys doing that shit. Right. I mean, they're all doing the same shit, man. We're all doing 360 no-scopes all day, but, I mean, he's a consistent good player, too.
He is, totally. But what I will say is that we're both Fortnite fans, so as far as, like, best ongoing game, this category is going out to these 5 nominees, being Destiny 2, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, Overwatch, and then Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Interestingly enough, that game's saw a huge revamp over the last year, and it's really come out of its shell. People are loving it.
Oh,
but it has to be Fortnite.
Yeah, I can see where they would go other ways with it. I think Destiny 2 was really inconsistent, and they had one good expansion.
Skyzim's totally right. He says, I would be surprised if Fortnite didn't win. I totally agree.
Yeah, no. Fortnite's had constant great updates. Basically, since the game came out, I can't see No Man's Sky for the same reason as Destiny 2, because this game was a huge bait and switch when it was initially released. And as someone who paid $60 for the game or $40 or whatever the max price for it was, I had no interest in revisiting the game. Yeah, early access. True, dude. The game's been out a whole year, dude. Realm Royale is still in early access too, bro. And it's been out at least 8 months.
Yeah.
So,
I did watch somebody play Realm Royale once, I think, and it did look really fun. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a fun game, man, but the community has died because they made changes that the community didn't agree with, and basically, since there's so many battle royale options, they hopped ship, man. So,
but with No Man's Sky, they did do that bait and switch initially, but then they just they really turned a 180, this giant Titanic of a game, that they promised. It really is, so robust, really crazy. People are, really loving that game. But yeah, Fortnite has to win, no matter what here. Do you want to go down to best game direction real quick?
So is that just storytelling? Yeah, sure. There's no way Red Dead can't win this.
I know, but Detroit Become Human is Colin Moriarty. I follow him. He really loves that game. That's actually his game of the year at the moment. People, I think that's like probably in the top 3 of the best Sony games of the year.
Yeah, no, that's definitely, those two are going to be the only ones in contention. If it was anything besides Detroit or Red Dead, I would be super surprised. Detroit was a really, really cool game to watch. Like, I felt like I did not need to buy the game at all because you could watch a streamer do it and there's so little gameplay, like, you know, that it didn't matter, but it's really cool subject matter, really cool idea, just digging into that, like, AI idea, kind of like Black Mirror popular idea, you know?
Yeah.
And I think we're going to see more stuff digging into like AI and in video games especially coming up soon. So
we don't have to go through the other couple categories I have on here, but the Game Awards, guys, is coming 12/6, I believe. That's the Thursday. Jeff Keighley always puts a ton of work into it. He's an awesome host. He's been working around since forever.
Yeah. Save the World for Fortnite is going to be free soon. As actually Destiny 2 just went free to play. I think actually tomorrow's your last day to get an account for that. But if you sign up now, you can get an account totally free. You don't have to pay for anything. And
I will say, I took like a month break from Fortnite, and the differences from just a month ago is insane. Like, you had the balloons, you had all that stuff. I was like, what the heck?
They have
stuff
changed.
Is crazy.
That's like a thing that a lot of players are kind of annoyed about, is like how many changes and how much they're adding to the game when like the simple core of the game is what got it popular.
Yeah.
And like all of these complications makes it hard for a new player to even have some semblance of what the fuck is going on, you know? But
right. So have you seen this? Are you going in dry doggy on this, dude? Do you want to watch this Pokemon Detective Pikachu trailer?
No, I'm down to watch the trailer, guys. If you guys are at home and don't like spoilers, come back in like 2 minutes.
It's just the trailer.
Yeah, it's just the trailer, but we got a Detective Pikachu trailer we're going to play for you. And we'll be here maybe commenting or something. I don't fucking know.
So they able to like hear it and stuff?
Yeah, they'll hear us now.
Or can they hear it?
Yeah, they can hear this.
Okay.
Wait, no, they can't. God damn it.
If you anything like your dad.
I'm not.
So this is by Legendary.
I remember. You
No,
wanted
this
to be
whole
a
thing
Pokemon
gave me
trainer
goosebumps,
when you were young.
honestly.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I'm happy
Yeah,
to see
that
that.
didn't really work out.
So he wanted to be a Pokemon master.
Someone there?
We got a Pikachu running around.
He's like 17 and he's washed up.
He's got a stapler.
Oh, jeez. Here we go.
Calling animal abuse. I heard something that they were going to have Danny DeVito do his voice originally.
But dude, we won. We got Ryan Reynolds.
Well, that's what gives me some faith this movie's going to be good.
Whoa. Did you just understand me?
Oh my God, you can understand me. Stop. I've been so lonely.
They try to talk to me all the time. All they hear is Pika Pika.
You can hear him, right?
So guys, keep your eyes out for the other realistic Pokemon out
He's
there.
adorable.
You're adorable. They can't understand me, kid.
Can no one else hear him?
All you hear is Deadpool the same.
What about a world-class
Pikapool.
detective? Because if you want to find your pops, I'm your best bet.
Missing Charmander.
That was a Squirtle, brother.
No way.
That was a Squirtle. I have to... not ruining this.
Jigglypuff. We got Bulbasaur.
There's been some backlash on the Jigglypuff.
There's magic
Greninja.
that brought us together, and that magic is called
Psyduck.
hope.
Dude, it has feathers. It looks crazy. Oh, Mr. Mime. He's the nastiest son of a
Tell us what we
bitch.
want to know.
I like how this guy looks like a Muppet.
Yes. Shoving, pushing. My problem is that I push people away and then hate them for leaving.
He's saying you can shove it.
What? I can shove it? Okay, that's it. No, we're switching roles. I'm bad cop. You're good cop.
No, we're not cops.
Barrier for the
In my
win.
head, I saw that differently.
Yeah, this actor Justice Smith, he looks like he's gonna kill it in this. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So what's really crazy is that the lead the lead Pokemon designer for this movie actually used to work at Ubisoft San Francisco, I believe, and he just loved to just do like realistic Pokemon on the side on Google, and they found him and they hired him for this movie.
I've actually think I've seen those screenshots of those things.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I've actually seen kind of like similar images, kind of making Jigglypuff kind of realistic,
gritty and gross looking.
But yeah,
like chewed up bubble gum or something.
Yeah, no, Jigglypuff looks fucked in this, man, but it looks really cool. Frick, I just lost my train of thought.
Hey, it looks like we got Uber Gosu Pro 69 back in the chat. What's up, Mitch? Thank you for joining back. We just got done watching the Detective Pikachu trailer. I just watched it for like the second or third time. I've loved it. I'm super jazzed on it. I think it's coming May 2019, if I'm correct here. But the movie looks phenomenal, and yes, we all have faith. Heck yeah. Thanks for the quote there.
But have you played the Detective Pikachu game at all?
No. I don't have a 3DS.
I think that's a really cool subject matter because I think that going over like the kind of standard Pokemon trainer story would come off as really dumb in a movie, but this was like a cool way to kind of like combine like Ted with like fucking Pokemon, and I think it's like a really interesting way to do it, you know, and I think that it's has potential to be a good movie, though any game-based movie I'm going to be skeptical about automatically. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Unless it's Dead Space. Because I saw that first little Dead Space anime and I was like, God damn.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, the Pokemon Company is going to be protecting the Pokemon. I mean, and so is Nintendo. Like, as far as like, they aren't gonna have something completely raunchy. I wouldn't be surprised if that was this was PG-13, if not PG. I mean,
it would have to be PG.
It has to be, right? But I mean, either way, they had a shove it joke. Like, they had Mr. Mime say pretty much shove it, which is good enough for me as an adult. Like, that's funny, and I think that.
Oh yeah, Mr. Mime is edgelord, dude. He is just a straight edgelord, like. Basically putting us on the border of PG-13. They might actually have to edit Mr. Mime out to get that to a broader audience, you know, so.
True. Gotta think about the kids.
Always thinking about them damn kids. I'm not reproducing, man. Okay, so we got Macy's Thanksgiving Parade coming up, and that's kind of exciting, I guess.
Yeah, did you ever watch that growing up?
Growing up, I watched it. Now don't have network TV, so I don't watch it, but I guess the gaming tie to this is that there's going to be a Goku float.
Yeah, so it's actually going to be the first anime character ever in the Macy's Day Parade, which is insane. I know they've had Pikachu, but I guess they don't consider Pikachu as an anime character, even though, because he came out in the game first.
Okay.
I guess.
He's a game character, not an anime character.
I tweeted this, and I got like a whole bunch of backlash from some people saying, no, he was a video game character first, not an anime character, so hey, whatever. But this is just really cool. It's just a win for us out here, us gamers, us nerds.
Dude, gamers be winning all day, dude.
All day.
We're in Android commercials. We're in Great Clips commercials.
We make the most money, like as far as like industries. We make more than the music and movie combined, so it ain't no thing. But this is just really cool. Anyone out there watching the Macy's Day Parade, root for the Flying Goku. I think it's the Dragon Ball Z Super Edition where he has like the pink teal hair.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So it's not gonna be like level Super Saiyan 2 or whatnot, but
dude, if they're not doing Super Saiyan 3 Goku without his eyebrows, I'm actually gonna pull up a picture of Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I just don't want to even see it, dude. Because
yeah, it's actually quite scary. That hair is just too much. It's like too ridiculous.
Dude, he loses his fucking eyebrows. That's how hardcore this brother is.
But he gains all those power levels.
Yeah, so, okay. I don't know how this... so he regains his eyebrows, gets blue hair. I don't know, man. I'm Super Saiyan 3 all the way, dude. That's all I'm saying, so... And especially with the weight... air or the wind blowing through his hair
all the way. You like Super Saiyan 3?
Dude, that's the coolest one, dude.
No,
dude, look. Oh my god, are you gonna I'm pulling it back up. are you gonna fight this, bro? He's wild, man. He's like the guy in prison eating his own shit, dude. Like, you're not gonna
and then making shit shanks.
Shit shanks.
Hey, you
Shitsicles.
can only make those when it's freezing outside. So, guys, we're winning out there with that Thanksgiving Day parade. I had a lot of fun growing up watching it and watching the parade and then like circling all the games I wanted. Like that's pretty much what I did. Like in the ads, you know, Black Friday ads.
I love to do that.
Yeah.
Like we would take the Toys R Us catalog, and me and my sister and my brother, we would all take turns. It's like you get to pick one, I get to pick one, and Evan gets to pick half of one because he's the youngest. So. You would turn gay for Perfect Cell? Oh, shit, dude. He does have a fucking nice body.
That was probably... The Cell Saga is by far and away one of my favorite anime sequence, like, sections, like 10 episodes or 20, whatever it is. I love... man, Death Note is up there, but I love the Cell Saga.
Death Note. I'm going to put One Punch Man above both of those because
never seen it,
dude. You might want to check it out. Okay, because it's got like really good humor that I haven't seen in an anime before, and it's just like really good. But so for DBZ sagas though, it's got to be Frieza, man.
Frieza is so good, dude.
Well, so the problem with Frieza saga though is that it takes fucking forever, you know? Like, yeah. I mean, so does Cell though, I guess. Like, Cell saga is really long.
Yeah, I think we focus on Nappa, or it's not Nappa, but the Ginyu or Ginyu. The Ginyu Force and stuff. Way too much in the Frieza saga, you know?
No, I think the Ginyu Force is actually like really cool because it's before everything is so ridiculous, you know?
That's true too.
Like before the Kais and all of these alternate planets and stuff like that, man. Like, holy crow, man. But yeah, big DBZ fans here, obviously.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite DBZ movie?
I mean, when I was a kid, Brawly, because it was like the one that you
Super Saiyan 3, because that's what Brawly looks like, dude.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I just like the fact that who was fighting Brawly again? There's
been like 3 movies with Brawly.
The new one's coming out, I believe, in theaters in February. Dragon Ball Super against like Brawly 3 or something.
Dude, they need to stop rehashing Dragon Ball Z. Like I actually saw the new movies and they're fucking good.
Yeah,
like,
dude, everyone's saying that they are. I need to check them out. Do you know what service they're on? Are they available?
They're not on services. It's one of those things that they know that they can get people to pay for it right now, and they're not gonna give it up for free.
Favorite character?
Favorite character? It's a toss-up between
like of the good guys.
Okay. Well, that just depends, I guess, if you consider Vegeta a good guy. But I think I'll just go with Piccolo.
Okay. Yeah, I mean Piccolo's a really well-rounded character, like as far as like one of the best.
Yeah, and he stayed relevant. Like, so a lot of the Z-Force fell off, like Tien and
my favorite
Krillin.
He falls off hard. Man.
He becomes very weak.
Yeah. Well, he's just a human.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have hair that can change colors. Is his main weakness, dude. Like, if he could change that bald, ugly head of his into like a purple one, we'd be in business.
Wild Doggy's just commenting on the Frieza fight taking forever, and he's so right. Like, it's 7 episodes of charging up.
Dude, how many episodes does it take for them to blow up one damn planet?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess that's a huge event. So, yeah. I mean, maybe it should take more than 1 episode. Whatever.
And Sky Zim up in here. The new Brawly movie looks so good. It does, man. And I hear it's coming to select theaters in February. It's going to be nuts. That would be a fun outing to go check out the movie out in 2019.
Oh yeah, no, that'd be fun as fuck. Like do some cosplay and stuff.
I absolutely love Trunks though.
Yeah, Trunks. Yeah, no, he was definitely my favorite. I definitely intentionally did the Trunks part growing up. Actually, my favorite DBZ memory is in elementary school. We made scanners out of paper, and then like some girl was like, what's that for? It's like, it's so we can read people's power levels. And she's like, so it's your dork scanner? I was like, damn, cold-blooded for a 5th grader. Shoot. Oh, man.
So we do have this concert we're going to, right?
Yeah. So we're coming up on the end of the podcast just because we've got a concert to go to, probably cutting it a couple minutes shorter than usual of the normal hour long, but we're going to go see the Wonder Years, one of my all-time favorite pop punk bands. We're going to toss you a 9-second clip of their most popular song.
Moved all my shit to my parents' basement and down to my own apartment. And I know things change, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, this is definitely their most popular one. I don't know if that was 9 seconds, so we might have to cut it a little shorter for the YouTube or whatever, but good old whiny American emo music. They're great American storytellers. Honestly, like one of the best storytellers of the genre. Often telling of his times on the road and the depression that comes with being a road dog and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
For sure, and Sister Seas is a lot of people's favorite. One of their favorite albums of the year is their newest album that just came out this year. I personally like The Upsides, of course, a lot more, and I like The Greatest Generation is super good. And you were talking about how you have personal ties to that album and it being really, really impactful for you. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the show. Have Mercy's a killer opener.
Oh yeah, no, they're a very, very sad band. Like you hear that shit and you're just sad, brothers. But yeah, no, it's gonna be a fun time. I don't think this show's gonna sell out or anything like that, but we got our tickets and we ready to freaking rock, dudes.
I'm not gonna get in the mosh pit or the pop punk
Dude,
pit.
A pop punk pit is basically people just like jumping up nearby each other and like rubbing their dick on you, like.
So before we cap it off, we do have a couple more. Another comment. I feel like if your favorite DBZ character isn't Krillin or Piccolo, then you probably got a porch character. Dude, yes, exactly. See, Krillin and Piccolo. It looks like we're winning it out there. With the homies.
I know Gohan is like a fan favorite, you know, but he's just always like, my friends are dying.
I absolutely hate him after the Cell Saga, though. I hate like adult Gohan.
I thought adult Gohan was good, but
his hair looks awful too.
This isn't the DBZ cast, guys. Mitch, you're derailing us, brother. All right, well, we got to go to the show.
We actually do. The show starts in like 15 minutes. But thank you guys so much for joining us for Totally Gamescast 2.
Yeah. Thanks for coming out, talking with us. You guys know where to find me, obviously. You stumbled across this Twitch page. If you enjoyed what you see, toss an Amazon Prime sub this way or give us a follow or whatever. So, anywho, we'll be back 2 Wednesdays from now or like...
We're going to be every 2 weeks, so it'll probably be a Wednesday, though. Like, that's our goal is Wednesdays. Our girls play volleyball, so it just works out.
Yeah, so, I mean, keep an eye on those notifications. Make sure our notifications are on because otherwise you're going to be getting a lot of going live with Fortnite shitting on kids notifications. So, I mean, if that's your thing, still toss a follow. Anyways, we're going to get out of your hair. Thank you so much for stopping, guys. It was fucking awesome. We appreciate the chiming in with the discussion and shit.
You can always check out, too. We do a podcast together.
Oh, shit. My bad, brother.
The EZPZ Podcast. We do every Sunday. It comes out on Tuesday mornings. The new one just came out. I believe it's called The Burning Bush, where we do talk a little bit about marijuana being legal and a lot of winning in the last midterm election and whatnot. So Trey's on that with me. He's my co-host, and we also have Nick Gandy, and then we have an ever-rotating fourth chair. We talk about pop culture, music festivals, games a little bit. Not as much now that we have this outlet, but also movies. So I'd love for you guys to join the EZPZ, THE, EZPZ on YouTube, Facebook, all that stuff. So yeah.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys, and we will be back in a couple weeks. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Damn, son, that was epic.